All right, 300,000 subscribers. First and foremost, before I even dive into this kind of raw, uncut video, just want to give a massive thank you to each and every one of you that are following the channel, enjoying the channel, sharing all the nice words in the comments, all that good stuff. Massively appreciate it. And so in today's little video, it's obviously going to be a little bit different than the regular experiment videos that I'm doing on the channel. It's just going to be one take here. And I really just want to share with everybody first what the last year has looked like on my end in terms of, both building the channel and just like life in general. And then I also wanted to shed a little bit of light on what I'm thinking about, or directionally where I kind of see things going over the course of the coming year here. And then at the very end, I also have one favor that I would love to ask of each and every one of you here. So that's the plan for today. So I guess to kind of reflect first on the past year, because it's literally almost to the date of when I hit 200,000 subscribers a year ago. And at that point in time, I posted a video just like this, and it was really a much different tone to it. I was in a fairly challenging position and just had a ton of question marks in my head. And at that point I'd hit 200,000 subscribers, but things were like barely viable from a business perspective. And so it's like I'm pouring all this energy, all this care into building this thing. I feel like I can barely make ends meet. And so at the same time though, there was something that I couldn't give up on it. I couldn't let it go. I wanted to continue exploring it. And so I ended up actually deciding to pick up part-time work. And so for the past year, basically since July of last year, I've been working a part-time job in the mornings, and then in the afternoons and into the late evenings is when I'm working on all things Mind and Soil. But the bigger piece that unlocked was that it removed all the financial burden or financial pressure that came with trying to build this channel. And almost immediately, like within the first 30 or 60 days of starting to work a little bit, having that pressure removed, the channel started to grow at like a faster pace. And I just felt like a lot more clarity, and like I was able to focus on building the channel in the way that I wanted to. When I think about it 3, 4, 5 years down the road, I was able to revert back to thinking from that perspective, opposed to thinking about it from the perspective of, what do I need to be publishing this week in order to get money through the door next week, in order to be paying and covering all the bills. And so that was an incredibly positive and an incredibly liberating change, because it just brought me back to like this, I'd say healthier and certainly happier perspective when it came to creating. And I think what's really neat and cool about that is that like the type of videos that I've enjoyed doing the most, and I've tried so many different like formats and done so many different styles of videos over the past bunch of years. The ones that I've loved the most are doing experiments. Like I genuinely, absolutely love not knowing what's going to happen or what's going to perform best, and being incredibly meticulous and methodical with carrying out a experiment in order to get insight on that. And so now that I didn't have any of this pressure on me, over the past year, I've basically tried to only be creating experiment content, gardening experiment videos, and to be really kind of like become known as the gardening experiment guy on YouTube. And you have to let me know in the comments if we're accomplishing that, but it really feels to me like things are pointed in that direction. And so that, again, has just been like a really fun type and style of content for me to be creating. And I think it's one that also is really valuable for all the individuals in the community. Like anytime that I do any of these experiments, I know definitively that I'm saving everybody hundreds or sometimes thousands of dollars, and probably even more importantly, like the multiple seasons or years of figuring those variables out on your own. So, when I now kind of conclude wrapping up the past year, it's been a really positive year from that perspective, in that I feel a lot lighter. I feel I guess you could say like I'm not in as much of a rush, right? You know, at this point, it's kind of like it's just a matter of continuing to, you know, kind of like put together the videos and continue to run the experiments and stack those week over week over week, and things will continue to grow just as they have from 200,000 to 300,000, and of course we'll go beyond that now. And so that really leads into the question of what comes next, what's on my mind when I think about, you know, kind of like the year ahead or the stretch of time ahead. And one of the biggest, I guess you could say, downsides, or just, yeah, like I'm not quite sure what the right words are for it. Let's just say one of the things that is most top of mind for me to, you know, kind of like think about and solution over the course of the coming year here is that, you have 300,000 subscribers. That's a massive number, but at the same time, I do not really feel connected to the community and to all of you as the subscribers, especially those of you that are watching a video like this, where it's like you're not getting any gardening knowledge from this video. You're just learning about what's going on in my life and with the channel. And that's like, that can leave me feeling a little bit empty, right? Because like I'm, you know, putting together these videos, but I don't actually interact with the individuals like yourself on the other end of you know, receiving this and benefiting from it. And the question, of course, is like, well, why are you not interacting with those individuals? And the complete truth and honest answer on this one is that as many amazing individuals as there are that are subscribed to the channel, watching this video just like yourself, the number of comments that are kind of like negatively skewed of, oh, you didn't do this correctly, oh, you could have done that wrong, oh, don't share this kind of information because you're leading people astray, so on and so forth. So many of those stack up in the comments, whereby for myself, those are so disheartening and deflating that it results in me, I don't even want to go into the comments, because as much as there's so many amazing opportunities to help people, there's also all these really deflating messages in there that really, you know, kind of like, yeah, just take the wind out of my sails and, you know, demotivate me from putting together that next video. And I think the great tragedy of that is that I'm missing out on so much opportunity to connect with folks just like yourself that absolutely love gardening, want all of the health benefits that come from it, both like the mental, the physical, and the spiritual benefits that come from gardening. And I know that, you know, because I run my online gardening mentorship, Grounded, we have a weekly live call every Wednesday. And that is one of the things that I look forward to the most, because it's me getting to connect with people that really want to grow and improve as gardeners. And I'm able to just like so genuinely support them over the course of that 1 hour. It's just like, it's such good vibes the whole hour that we get to spend together. I know that myself and all the mentees massively look forward to it. And so I want to, over the course of this coming year, you know, even more so than the journey of 300,000 to 400,000 subscribers, I almost really want to focus in on how do I find those 1,000 true fans, like those absolute diehards that so deeply believe in gardening, that want to be absolutely incredible gardeners themselves, and then just kind of like vibe with the way that I go about gardening. And I think that having more of that connection, again, just based on how much it energizes me on my Grounded calls, is something that will only further propel the channel, because it provides me so much energy to then do more of the thing that I believe builds incredible value for the gardening community, which is run all of these experiments, publish those videos, all that good stuff. And so I don't know exactly what that's going to look like or how to go about doing that. And so I suppose to begin kind of concluding this wrap-up video, the one favor that I would love to ask of you, and honestly it would mean so much to me if you're willing to do this, is that in the description of this video, I've included a link to a little form that I've put together where I'm just collecting feedback and insight on really like, why do you garden? Why do you love this channel? Like, why do you support me and subscribe to the channel and follow my videos? And what are the biggest like challenges and pain points that you're experiencing that I could be better supporting you with? And again, I really want to just like double click on, it's you that, like, if you're watching this video right now, again, by virtue of you putting this time aside for a video that you're not getting any gardening knowledge out of, shows that you genuinely deeply care about me and what I'm building. And so it's like, you're the people that I want to be connecting with the most. And so I would, again, it would mean so much to me if you spent just like the 1 or 2 minutes to go to that link and just share your thoughts with me in terms of those questions, again, around why you garden, why you love this channel, and the pain points that you're experiencing. And over the course of this coming year, like, I definitely want to be connecting with you and supporting you on that journey, and then figuring out really how I can go about doing that, in a way that's viable and sustainable within kind of like my life and the confines of what it is that I'm building here with the channel. So yeah, that's the update on what the last, kind of like year has looked like on my end. In a lot of ways, yeah, it's been really, really nice to feel some of that pressure alleviated and removed, and to get clarity on this format and channel and medium that I am really carving out in terms of experiments. And the thing that I'm craving most for this upcoming year is just getting to help those of you that really are like the diehard fans of this channel have even more success in the garden. So thank you honestly so much for watching this video and being along for the journey. It's been an absolutely wild ride here, and I really like doing these video updates kind of like once per year because it's gonna be really fun to look back on them over the years and just kind of like that roller coaster of building something like this, both the highs and the lows along the way. So that's everything for today here. Thank you all so much. Oh, just before I guess we do wrap up, I have, as you can see behind me, like so much on the go right now. Everything back here are experiments. And so over the course of the coming months and into next year, there are gonna be tons and tons of experiment videos coming out. I've got onion spacing, I've got onion depth planting, I've got potatoes over here where I've chitted some of them, not chitted other ones to see what difference that has on them. A whole bunch of garlic experiments wrapping up. I've got a really big tomato pruning experiment going on that I'm super interested in. And I've got a whole bit like Grow Bag City around the corner that are all sorts of experiments going on over there as well. So I can't wait to be sharing all those results with you. But that's all now for today. I'll wrap up there. Thank you all so much for the support. Let me know your thoughts at that link, and here's to another amazing year.